Alright guys, welcome back. We got the new Cavalier event quest. So let's take a look at the bosses. The first one is this Elsa Bloodstone. It's got Combo Party, Buffed Up, Stun Vulnerability, but also Steady Perseverance. So there is a way when you dash back, you can get buffs towards your Buffed Up. So there's a way built into the node to do it. So I think I just went with Cosmic Ghost Rider here because I'll be able to get some buffs naturally anyway, but I do get some of the other buffs as well, but you can see not doing any damage. I'm gonna go ahead to get the vigilance, go ahead get the power gain, and now I'm gonna go ahead and drop a special 2, and I'll have enough buffs to keep to get a bunch of damage going. So you can do it just by evading. See, every time you evade her special there, you get a, is it a precision maybe? But there is a way to do it, and evading her special one's pretty straightforward. And then you'll be able to actually get your the buffs you need in order to finish her off. So not too bad. I know that I know the global nodes have kind of changed this month, and I haven't really gone into detail here, but again, you gotta read the nodes. I know a lot of guys go in and just kind of play with the same guys they have, and sometimes they don't work. You gotta take a look at the nodes, and sometimes they have little tricks in them just to see what's going to work best. And then I always find if there are tricky spots to don't necessarily bring in, if it's the mutant chapter, but there's a bad Tigra or something, I'll still bring in like a torch to take it, for example. All right, next one, it was a Morningstar boss in 1.2. I went ahead and it's got Hurt Longer, Explosive Personality. I just went ahead and brought in Magneto, and it's a hashtag Metal Champion, so all I did, parry heavy, don't hit into her block, and drop a special 3. So really nothing too crazy on this Morningstar. Just don't hit into her block and you should be fine. So, and you kind of want to, I'm assuming you want to bleed immune champion, someone who, if you do get hit, that you're not going to get any bleeds from her. But again, not too bad, this fight here. Again, we'll just build up to a special 3. I did get clipped there, but I made myself a horseman, so I got one free unblock, like unstoppable there. So there, we'll charge it back up, throw the special 3 with a bunch of prowess on, and crumple her up into a ball, and that one's done. Okay, 2.1. What do we got here? We got this blade. Lots of talk about this blade. I've seen in the chats I'm in. Lots of talk about the blade. The blade has it's got power shield, flux, dispersal, life cycle. So the node is made for you to throw a bunch of heavy attacks. That's how you're going to get him down. That's how you keep it up. What you need to do is you need to throw your heavies, push him to a special 1, and then back off. The more power that Blade has on his power bar, the faster he can shrug off a debuff, including the parry stun. So what you want to do here is parry heavy, build him up to a special 1, evade his special 1, and then parry heavy, and as soon as you have a special, throw your special. You don't want to hold on to your special. If you hold on to your special, he's going to steal your power, and you do not want him to go to a special 2, because that special 2 unblockable is going to suck. So this is all I'm doing here the entire time, is again get his power down, bait his special 1, there we go. Then it's again back into the parry heavy game, and I don't want to push him higher than the bar of power. Again, his stun timer is going to go down, or at least the speed that he can shrug it off goes down the more bars of power he has. So just want to keep him low. Again, there we go. Throw my special, build his bar, and then just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over again. Having someone who has some damage over time is definitely going to be helpful for the end of the fight, because with life cycle, you're going to need to make sure that you heavy to get the life cycle timer going from that pink to gray, and then go in and attack in and finish him off while the gray timer is going. That's what you want to do there. So again, it's the same rotation the entire fight. Build him to a bar of power, back off, evade the special one, parry, attack back in, throw my special as soon as I get it, rinse and repeat the entire fight. And this was the first time that I did this fight. It's actually the only time I've done this fight so far. But the same logic is going to apply every single time you do it. And again, there we go, attack in and finish him off. So if you know what's going on in that fight, it's not so bad. But you have to understand like what the rotation is, and that works pretty well. Next is the Overseer. Now this was the first time I did it. I actually struggled the second time I did it on my junior account. I didn't bring enough good counters, but Kingpin works really nicely here for the Overseer. I hadn't really done anything, so I stuck to his special ones the entire time. I also was banking on Kingpin's special one having, can reduce his ability accuracy a little bit and some damage over time with the degens. But again, trying to get used to what his special is here. Now he does have that auto block after his special one, so you kind of have to wait for that auto block to go down really before attacking back in. Like, I'm attacking in anyway, hoping that the degen's gonna reduce his ability accuracy, but he still gets the parry there. I didn't get stunned. That's possibly because of the degen that reduces the ability accuracy. But again, after his special one, I would just wait out that auto block timer before attacking back in. But Kingpin did a nice job, and this was the first time I was doing it. I didn't even bother pushing him to a special 2. I have no idea, even if it is easier to evade than the special 1. But this is how I got it done the first time, and it worked out pretty nicely. So a few more specials here, and then we'll finish this one up. And I think he's almost down. There we go. So that's next. Let's get the next boss. All right, we got this Guillotine 2099. Also, very annoying fight here. The science path in general, I brought Doc Ock and Mr. Fantastic to give all my science champions power stings to try and work within the global node. Here, this Guillotine 2099, the node is made for you to either not knock her down at all and play very, very slow, which is what I'm doing here. I'm using Torch with a pre-fight, and I'm relying on going very, very slow in this one. Every time you do knock her down, you see she gets the debuff immunity. And the idea with this fight is that if I were to use, let's say, Magneto, I won't have to worry about her auto block. I won't have to worry about her digicloak going on, and I think I managed to avoid pushing her digicloak on at all in this fight just by going with short 1-2 hit combos. And even when I do a heavy attack, I back off afterwards and wait for the immunity to go down. So the goal is normally you would knock her down, you'd get the digicloak active, and you'd or deactivated, and you can attack in without worrying about being auto blocked, or like getting the digicloak up and attacking in and missing. So your two choices are either Magneto, where he can't, she's a robot, so you can't go and attack in at all, or you basically don't want to really knock her down. When I do knock her down, I get some damage in from the special 2, but then I have to be aware that I'm then going to trigger a debuff immune, and I have to back off, let that blue timer go away before I go in and parry again. So you kind of, again, it's similar to the Blade fight. You kind of have to know what's going on in this one, in order to know what your options are. You can also intercept, I think, on this fight to gain an extra fury, and I would suggest not doing that unless the Digicloak is on cooldown, or if you do it with Magneto. So it's a little bit of a slow fight on this one, but again, I think Torch worked really well here. Again, I also have what's it called, the Mr. Fantastic and Doc Ock synergy giving me extra power stings, so I think that helped out a little bit as well. I did do this fight a couple times trying to get a solo. It was one of the more difficult one. It was the most difficult one I had, getting a solo, but I used Mr. Fantastic, almost got her down. Torch here did great. I even almost soloed her with Doc Ock. It just it really you can slow play it, and even if you use a few champs to get her down, it's definitely doable. Here the last one is Purgatory. I saw that she's a dimensional being, so I brought in, it happens to be the skill quest, so I brought in Blade with the full Blade Trinity, and went in to try out Purgatory here. She's not bleed immune, so that worked out pretty well. And I just went ahead and, again, I hadn't looked at her specials at all beforehand, so I think I'm just going to take the this first special on the block. Yeah. But again, Blade can heal on the block, so I didn't really feel too bad. And then just went around and baited special ones the entire time. And again, Blade worked beautifully for this one. I'll have to figure out who I'm going to use for my... I'll probably bring in like someone like a Nick Fury or someone else, like another skill champion, or I might even, like, I'll play around with it with my junior account, who I'm going to bring in. All I know is I did this for the solo video. I did it. I've only fought her once so far. Did it with Blade. Didn't have a problem. So again, just trying to get used to the specials. Again, these aren't necessarily the perfect counters or the best way to play them. These are just the ways that I got solos on these fights. So I hope it helps. Good luck, and let me know in the comments if there's any specific fights that you want to see or had trouble with, and maybe I'll put something together. All right, guys, good luck, and we'll see you in the next one.